driving our 1994 Mitsubishi Bravo K-Van. So this is one of the turbo four-wheel drive K-Vans that we have on the lot. This one is by far the cleanest. It is absolutely immaculate. This thing drives like new. It's a really, really special van. Only 36,000 kilometers, and the Mitsubishi Bravo is actually a bit more of a rare van as well. This is a less common model, especially in this trim level, the GT Turbo. So yeah, the GT Turbo gets you the turbo engine. It's a 20 valve 4-cylinder, so 5 valve per cylinder. And yeah, turbo, intercooler, all the goodies. So this is kind of the top trim level for this van. And yeah, it really, really goes. This thing has a lot of power for the size. But it's all really high up in the revs. So this thing revs all the way out to 9,000 RPM, which is pretty ridiculous, but that's where the power is. The power is maximum right around 6,000 or 7,000 RPM. So you can really rev this out. Or you can drive it lower in the revs and then have better fuel economy, and it drives just fine. This thing drives perfectly. It drives totally straight. No pulls either direction, even on braking. AC works. Everything works in here. The radio is original and it works. And then full-time four-wheel drive with this one, so sort of an all-wheel drive system. It's nice to have, especially if you run into some inclement weather. So in these vans, first is a really short gear. It's the same as the mini trucks, so I usually end up starting them out in second, or on a downhill even third. Brakes feel great, no complaints there. Feels like they should. And yeah, it's really nice in a K-Van to have power steering. Usually they have manual steering. This is the only one we've had that has power steering, and so it makes it really easy. I mean, it's not really necessary in a K-Van because they're so light that manual steering works just fine, but power steering is nice to have. This one has really well bolstered front seats, so if you're really throwing it around in the corners, they hold you in well. Also, it makes all the good turbo noises, so you can hear that turbo blow off every time I let off the throttle. That's a really cool thing to hear. K-Vans, they aren't necessarily made for the highway. I'll be taking it pretty slow here because they're really made for the lower speed limits in Japan. So fifth gear at around 85 kilometers an hour. We're already up at 5,000 RPM, so definitely not the best for the highway, but it is doable. Short trips like this on the freeway are great, but long haul trips, cross country stuff, that's really not ideal in a K-van. That one I would push you more towards a full size van, but for around town and just commuting and stuff like that, the K-vans, you can't really beat them. Up to speed, but doesn't have a very high top speed. So you can see here, I'll start out in first and you can see just how short it is. That's it. Even second's pretty short. The most power I've felt in a K-van. This is, I guess, that 4-cylinder as opposed to the 3 and a lot of other brands. And that turbo, they really do a lot. And the interesting engine configuration, a 5-valve per cylinder, it's like a motorcycle. Pretty much the same configuration. It is dual overhead cam. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the test drive with our 1994 Mitsubishi Bravo. This is a really, really cool van and definitely worth checking out. If you want a pristine K van, really low mileage and one of the more rare options, definitely check this one out. So yeah, jdmcarandmotorcycle.com. Thank you for watching.